Do you want to do the first 1, 2, 3, 4? Alrighty, thank you so much for everyone who's decided to join us a little bit early today. We do appreciate it. We are just about ready to get started. It's about 2 minutes to 10 a.m. Pacific time today. We are in sunny San Diego in Southern California. We're enjoying our National Donut Holiday here at Process Speak and Fran Connect. We are pretty excited to get started, but we're still waiting on just a few more people. We are still a little bit early here. So while we appreciate everyone coming up in time and a little bit early, we're going to hold off on starting until a few minutes after 10 a.m. We want to give everyone a chance to join in and listen in on what we're going to be talking about today. So we are going to wait just a few more minutes for everyone to hop online and join us in this webinar. Thanks again for those of you who are early. We love having you guys here. We're excited to get started. Thanks so much for bearing with us as we wait for everyone else to fill on in so that we can all get started together. Alrighty, we are ready to get started. It looks like almost everyone's joined in today. Thank you all so much for joining in on this webinar. We're really excited to have you here, talk a little bit about what the importance of online goals and setting those goals and putting them into play, taking a little bit of action and making sure that you're achieving that success. To start us off today, I do want to quickly go over an agenda. This agenda is just quickly discussing what we're going to be talking about during our call today. We are going to start off by doing a quick introduction of ourselves and our company. Who are we? What's going on? What's new with us? Just so that you can know how we can assist you best moving forward. After that, we are going to go back to the basics. We're going to address the evolution of customer feedback, what actually happens when a negative experience happens with the customer, and how to target those potential escalations to avoid negative feedback online. We are going to do a quick review of those recommendations on how to build positive feedback and grow your online reputation, just so that everyone has that reminder if you might have forgotten those original recommendations from your kickoff call. We do want to make sure we're providing you with a quick little refresher course, a one-on-one speed course about how to build that feedback online. At that point, we are going to dive into what is an action plan. We'll talk a little bit about the basics of an action plan, what's included, what's not, and how to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success when setting up these online goals. We do want to try and help you and track your success along the way, coach you for that success. So we're going to talk a little bit about how we're going to help you do that and help you track your progress thus far. Then at the end of this call today, we are going to do a quick review of what's included with your services and what is included with your package, just so everyone's on the same page moving forward. Again, we really appreciate the opportunity to share with you today in this format. We're excited to have you all on board. We want to congratulate you for being so proactive about your online reputation. So as I mentioned, to start us off, I do want to do a quick introduction. As many of you might have already realized, something's going on here at Process Peak. Our email signatures have changed just a little bit. We were recently acquired by FranConnect. FranConnect is an awesome company to work for. They work with over 600 different franchise brands and 110,000 franchisees. They are the leading provider of franchise technology and franchise technological solutions. They are the #1 provider of franchise solutions in the world. So it's been a pretty exciting time for our company. However, this doesn't mean you should experience any changes in our daily or monthly interactions together. The biggest change and the biggest resource for you is that our management team has now both grown in size and resources. We now have offices on both coasts of the United States to help support your needs. And we can now provide you with a little bit more of an exciting array of best-in-class solutions and services to make sure that your franchise system is achieving really rapid growth. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about this acquisition, please feel free to reach out to us at any time. We are more than happy to answer those. We are really grateful for each of you and the individual role that you have played in the growth of Process Peak and FranConnect. And we just want to thank you for your ongoing partnership moving forward. A little bit about myself. My name is Julia. You might have spoken with me initially during our kickoff call or previous value calls. I am very excited about the webinar series we've got going on here. It's a great way for us to be able to share information, showcase what we can help you do. So we are excited to be able to speak with you in this format. I have been in customer service for about 7 years. I've worked as an account manager at both Process Peak and FranConnect now. And I love working with my clients. I love working and talking with you guys all. So I'm really excited to be able to share with you today. I'd also like to introduce Danielle. She is my co-panelist on this webinar. Some of you may have spoken with Danielle in the past when you're trying to set up your accounts or make sure that your pages are working at their optimum efficiency. Danielle, why don't you share a little bit about your experience here at Process Peak and FranConnect?
Thank you so much, Julie, for that introduction. I am a brand success specialist over here at Process Peak FranConnect. And I've been working here, just helping you guys improve your Google Plus presence, your Facebook presence. You've spoken to a couple of you on getting you all set up for those 2 pages. I've been in customer service for the past 10 years. So I can answer a lot of those customer service needs if you'd like that too. And I think that's it for today, so we can just move right along. So like Julia said, we want to go back to the basics. We want to really recap the stuff we've learned before in previous calls and just get a baseline for where we're at today. We do over here at Process Peak FranConnect love to think about customer complaints as giving your business a wake-up call when they're not achieving fundamental purposes um, whether it be installations or customer service. It's kind of like a little gift, not the greatest gift we could ever receive, but it is a gift to help you improve, and it's a way to rapidly and inexpensively shift product, services, style, and focus. And definitely businesses who don't recognize customer complaints or address them can suffer negatively from word of mouth and online reviews. So we want to make sure we're covering all that today. Just going over the evolution of customer service, social media has really driven a shift in the world of online feedback. As you can tell from this chart, pre-1995, when it was, complaints and concerns, especially even just like compliments, are all distributed word of mouth through phone calls. If you went to a great restaurant or had a great service, you would tell your friends and family about it. They may go there, they may not, but it wasn't as widespread as it is today. Once the interaction of email came in and a little bit more web-based feed or communication, businesses were now able to reach out through customers with this email blast. They could just reach back out to customers who were upset or who were happy. Now coming into 2008, 2009, with the accessibility of mobile phones, any experience you had, you can address it that moment. You didn't have to wait till you got home, till you forgot about it, till you were a little bit cooled down. Customers can now express the concerns they have about a business right away. And they can express the good experiences they had too. So we definitely want to take this in consideration and utilize it to our best ability. And definitely now in the most recent years, social media and tweeting and texting and messaging people via Facebook or Google Plus is the way people spread compliments for businesses. So we want to make sure we're addressing all of these presences. And we want to definitely look at the way customers feel when they are experiencing these poor experiences. We want to, be able to empathize with the customer, whether it be someone who's terribly upset or maybe it wasn't even our fault, but we want to make sure that all customers are being met if they have had a poor experience. So just right here, looking at some of these statistics, customers who receive, 50% of customers who receive poor experiences are likely to share about it on an online review site. This is can be really detrimental to your business. I mean, if customers are speaking about it online, we want to address that right away, and we want to keep them off that online presence, but we know that that's how they do it, and so we want to be addressing this. Another statistic we want to look at is that 74%, so almost 75% of customers who experienced a poor customer service or service, they registered it to a corporate complaint. So either through corporate or Better Business Bureau, they actually registered it. They didn't even just stop at talking about it on an online presence. And I think another statistic we want to really take in consideration is this 29%. So 30% of customers reported they had a headache, felt their chest tighten, or they even cried. I mean, this is a terrible thing to see, but we can all think back to an experience, maybe a customer service experience or just an experience with a bad product that we were like really bummed about it, and we might have felt this way. And so we want to really reflect that and put ourselves in the customer's shoes when thinking about these statistics. So handling customer complaints is done in 5 easy steps. Right here is a chart on how to take preventative measures against feedback. So number 1, we want to thank the customer for their feedback. Like I said previously, we want to take all customer feedback as a gift, even if it is negative, and so we want to thank them really for that feedback, and we want to apologize for this mistake. We want to make sure that the customer knows that we are taking it very seriously. Like I said, I have worked in customer service for the past 10 years. And one thing I have learned in that chunk of time working in customer service is just a simple apology and a smile can go a long way. Sometimes the customer just needs a smile, and that's all they needed to cheer themselves up. And so really recognizing them and letting them know we are sincerely sorry is a great way to handle that, and taking, one of the first steps in doing that. Also taking responsibility and promising to solve the problem immediately. Just letting the customer know that you are aware of the problem and you are going to do your best to try and solve this problem. Number 4, we will want to correct the mistake promptly. Like I said, they share about these experiences online, and if you see multiple complaints for the same situation, it could really negatively impact your business. So we want to make sure we're correcting our mistakes. And number 5, we want to take preventative measures to not have this mistake happen in the future. So just really correcting the mistake and preventing it from ever happening again. Another practice for this is going over, trying to get those great reviews. We want to make sure our staff is fully trained and aware of how important this is for your business. Really letting them know, getting them involved. If you're the installer and you're the business owner, we want to let the customers know how important this is. But if you do have a staff, this is a way to make sure the staff is aware of those online presences and how to hand out those review cards that we've sent out to you. So number 1, we definitely want to make the staff aware of how important these review sites are to you. These can negatively impact your business or positively impact your business. Most of the time these days, for customers going and looking at a new business, they're going to go online. Even if they just Google the business just to find out where the location's at, I would say 90% of the time they're going to find at least one review below that business name. And so even if they just glance at that, we want to make sure it's a positive feedback. We want to show the employees live shots of your pages. Get them excited about those pages. Say, look at these great postings we're getting. Look at these great reviews. We want to get them excited, get them on the same page. We want to train our staff to engage with the customers and asking for reviews. So at that end of the installation, we want to train our staff to, sincerely thank the customer for their business and let them know that this is very important, not only to the business, but also important to the installer and those team members. We want them to know that they are, the customer's feedback is very important to the business, but not only to that, to improving their skill as a team member. Number 4, we want to give the staff homework of going and logging on to, their favorite review site, whether it be Yelp, Google Plus, or Facebook, and just reviewing their favorite business, and having the team members just really know how to use the review sites so that they are able to answer any questions that the customer might have. Then we are going to want to implement an incentive and recognition program, even if it's just a shout out or, an employee of the quarter or an employee of the month, just letting them know that, this employee went above and beyond to receive these reviews. We can also implement a competition between the employees. So letting the employees know whoever gets the most reviews by the end of this month is going to receive a $5 gift card to Starbucks, or a couple hours off early on that next Friday. So whatever you feel is the most fair for receiving these reviews, I think that you can go about it in your own way and think about the best way to get your team members motivated. And so just to recap, this flow of all of these slides we just went over, we want to recognize really the way customers are feeling, the way our online presence is reflecting nowadays, how to handle those customer complaints, and definitely staff training. We want to go over it all and really make sure that everybody in that on the team is on the same page. So handing out the review cards, I'm sure most of you have started handing out the review cards by now, seen them and gotten a hold of them and really looked at them, and hopefully we're all excited about the little package we've received and handing out these cards. Excuse me. But just to recap real quickly on how the best practices to hand out these cards are, we want to remember that throughout the whole process, we want the customer to be aware of this feedback we are going to be asking for at the end of the installation, at the end of the sale. And so we want to tee it up at the beginning of the sale. We want to let the customer know right when they sign on with you, when they say yes, we'd love it. We'd love it if you came into our homes um, and gave us your products and your services. We want to let them know that since you are a local business, all reviews and feedback is welcome and very much appreciated, and you will love it, and you will be asking for feedback at the end of the transaction. This just makes it so the customer is not surprised and taken aback at the end of that transaction um, or felt pressured. And then at the end of the installation, we do want to hand out those cards, thank the customer for their business, look them in the eye, and really let them know how appreciative you are. At this time, you are going to want to be handing out those cards, letting them know that all feedback is definitely welcome, and you very much appreciate it. As a business owner, you want to let them know again how important this is. And as a team member, you also do want to let them know how important it not only is to the business owner, but important to you so that you could help improve your skills. And then we do want to send a follow-up point of communication. So this is, a little bit out of the end of the last day of that installation. Maybe it be a week, maybe it be 2 weeks, just thanking the customer again for their business, and that you're really appreciative of what they've given you, and that you are definitely going to be wanting to ask for that feedback. This just makes it so that if they happen to lose that card or got distracted on the way home, life is busy and crazy, that it's just like a simple reminder of how important this review is to you and this feedback is. So as far as past customers, we want to definitely dive into the past customers. I'm sure we've all had past customers who are extremely happy, and they may not have been on with your services while you had these review sites. So we want to reach out to those past happy customers. We can send an email blast out to customers with this Review Builder website asking for reviews. We also want to try and categorize these emails into Gmail accounts and all others. We want to direct everyone who has a Gmail to your Google Plus page. This can definitely improve on your SEO value. Like I said, or as we should know, is that Google is one of the #1 ways people search for businesses. It's the #1 search engine, and Google loves Google, and so they're going to be wanting that Google Plus page highest up on that Google search. And so if we can get the most reviews to Google Plus pages, that's going to be very helpful to your SEO value. And then all other emails, so Yahoo and all other types of emails can just be sent to Facebook or Yelp or Houzz, whatever kind of other review site you have. We want to direct all those customers to those. And then as far as current referrals, we want to train staff on how to ask for current referrals and provide incentives and recognition programs. Like I said, we want to get the staff excited about this process. You can definitely reach out to other local businesses who are in the same sphere of influence as you, so other interior designers or commercial contractors, people who may have you've worked with on a business level, and we want to reach out to them and just say, let's be local businesses who support each other and lift each other up, and we can do so in a way of, you scratch your back, or I scratch your back, you scratch mine, and we can go on each other's pages and like each other's pages and get more, more followers that way, and we can get more reviews that way. And I think it's a great way to, reach out to everyone else who is in that sphere of influence and make sure we're really utilizing networking in that way. So in the future of how we can integrate these icons and logos onto your presences is you can showcase the icons on your signature. So just at the end of your email signature, you could have these 3 icons on there, and it can take you directly to those review sites. It's just an easy way for the customer to click on it real quickly and go to those review sites. It kind of just is a simple reminder, too, that you do appreciate feedback. We can have those icons on your local website as well, and so whether it be your personal website, you can showcase it on there. And if the customer is on that website, they can go ahead and see it there. It's just however we can tee up all of these icons on any of these pages is really best to get these reviews. We want to try and add these icons to the post checklist process. So when you're going over everything with the installer, with the customer, and making sure that they've hit all of those points, is we want to definitely make sure we are hitting the point 2 of asking for feedback. And then, like I said, we are going to want to be incorporating this as part of your sales process, just so the customer is not ever surprised.
All right, thank you so much, Danielle, for giving us that quick recap of what is the importance of online feedback, how your online reputation can help you build your business online, and especially just doing that quick recap of how to hand out those cards, because that is the best way to start building up that feedback and get reviews online. At this point in the call, I do want to start setting those monthly goals. Sometimes it's easy to get frustrated with the lack of results, or if you haven't had a chance to implement or adhere to those implementations from those recommendations from the initial kickoff call. We just want to let you know we are here to help. We want to coach you along the way and make sure that we're coaching you for that success and offering opportunities to help learn and grow online. This call today was really set up to make sure that the goals we're setting are achievable, and it also can help you determine if you need to adjust the parameters of your action plan based on your results thus far. We really do want to align and track your success from here on out through the end of the year. We are at a particular time. We are literally at the halfway point of 2015. There are only 6 months left. So now is really the ideal time to start setting those concrete goals and making sure they are achievable. Once setting these goals, we do like to consider it as a type of online reputation action plan. Because we are at that halfway point throughout the year, we do want to begin setting the concrete goals today. Whether your goal be to increase your overall online audience, increase the number of reviews you're receiving on an individual site, learn more about your active presences. If you want to start setting some goals for an individual presence like your Google Plus page or your Facebook page, maybe you want to specifically focus on a house account, or you want to tackle all of them at once. Whatever the situation, we want you to know that we are here to assist you every step of the way. What we can start off by doing today is identifying the goal that you are most interested in achieving and begin working backwards from there to determine the necessary steps to achieve it. Your action plan today should include a starting and ending point, as well as a clear statement of what changes you would like to see in the meantime. From there, we can work with you to determine what's necessary to achieve that endpoint, as well as help you design a solid plan for success. To assist us in tracking these goals that we're setting today, we have created a small chart for you. This chart has spaces for month 1 through month 6 to track your success from here on out through the end of the year. On this chart, you will see questions like how many times did you stress the importance of your online reputation and this program to your staff members? We want to make sure, again, that everyone who is on your team is on board with this. Your staff members are all front-facing representations of your business. We want to make sure that they're all on the same page and working together to build online feedback. So we do consider it of a great importance to make sure that everyone is on the same page, whether they be that contract installer, a full-time salesperson, or designer for other people's homes. We do also want to make sure that we are implementing the cards into your workflow. For those of you who focus on electronic versions of the card, maybe you prefer to email out the review link, that's okay. We have a space for that here as well. We want to make sure that you are sending emails to remind past customers or current happy clients to write you that review. We just want to make sure that we are tracking that feedback and tracking the amount of times you've reached out to clients. Over the course of 1 month, if you're servicing 5 or 10 customers and you send out 5 or 10 emails, you can track what percentage of return you're receiving from those, and you can track how often you're following up. We do also want to track your success as far as gaining an audience on your social presences. So you can always check and make sure that you are building up those pages by gaining new fans on Google Plus or Facebook or Houzz or the different social sites. You can add additional goals in the 2 boxes below. If you have a goal that might be a little bit unconventional, maybe you're only interested in growing your Pinterest page for your business. That's totally fine. We are okay with that, and we encourage you, and we want to help you do so. So we've added those spaces at the bottom to make sure that you have an ability to access those goals at any time. The goals listed on this chart and the tracking device we've set up here will be available to you to print out. You can access it within your personalized resource center, which Danielle will be addressing at the end of our call today. For those of you who have not received a login, there will be an option to let us know at the end of this call, and we can follow up and send that over your way after this call today. We want to make sure that we're helping you track the success. So this resource center will be available to you, and the chart will be within it. You can print out this chart, put it up on your fridge. For those of you who do have a physical storefront, you can add it into your break room. Make sure that everyone's on the same page and everyone can mark off their success month by month. Once you've determined your overall year-end goal, you can break it down month by month, determine what's necessary to achieve it. From there, we can take it further. We can break it down to week-by-week goals, but we do want to make sure that these goals are achievable. The great thing about an online reputation action plan is it is a roadmap for success. Like any other roadmap, it doesn't always show traffic or potential potholes or roadblocks that you're going to face along the way. Since this map isn't set in stone, we have the flexibility to tweak your plan as the year rolls along. So as I mentioned before, we do want to make sure that your year-end goal is achievable. So the ways that we recommend doing that is breaking down your year-end goals into smaller chunks, determine what's necessary for each month, and then add week-by-week goals or day-by-day to make sure that you are acquiring the goals as you move forward. We do also want to make sure that we are tracking progress constantly. So whether you have this chart up on your fridge or the break room, make sure that week by week you're tracking your progress and make sure that you're able to achieve that year-end goal. Finally, and the most important part about this action plan is we do want to be honest about your numbers. If you do not stay honest about how many review cards you're handing out or how many emails you're sending out, we have no way to make sure that this is actually working. So we do want to make sure that we know that you're only cheating yourself if you fudge the numbers up. We do want to stay honest. We want to help you, and you can help us by giving us those honest and true numbers. I am going to hand it back over to Danielle, and she's going to talk a little bit about what's included with your plan and what you can expect moving forward as we continue to provide you with these resources.
So how are we helping you for success? We want to go over a couple of these, how we help you grow and help your business. So we're continually to help you grow your online reputation, monitoring your social presences, and we will work with you to respond to any negative feedback. We would also, if you would love to go on and monitor your sites too, that's always great for business owners to be doing. You can respond to positive feedback too. It kind of makes the customer feel special if you'd like to go ahead and do that, but we are monitoring your sites, making sure that nothing funky is coming up, and that if any negative reviews come up, we are responding to them. Our team is helping you post out content twice a week to Google and Facebook pages. This content has been previously approved by your corporate team, and we work closely with that corporate team to make sure that all the content that is going onto those pages is looking great and reflecting your business. We are here to track the progress and make sure the presence of your SEO value is in tip-top shape, and so that is through monitoring those sites and getting those great reviews and posting to those pages. We do have a resource center that we will be going over in a few moments. We provide that to you. If you need the login, we can give that to you at the end of this. And as you do know, we do have some specialty webinars coming up. So I don't know if any of you have joined. This past Wednesday, we had a Google Plus and Facebook social media, like a 101 on how to use those sites. These webinars are going to be every Wednesday at 2 p.m. And as you can see, this next following Wednesday, we will have a showcasing hows in Pinterest. And so if you're a little bit more interested on how you can showcase the installations you've done before or the projects you've done before, these two sites are very helpful in that. The third Wednesday of this month, we are going to be having a Facebook and Yelp advertising. So if you want to know about a little bit more affordable advertising that you could do on those sites, you can join in on that call. And this last Wednesday of the month, we are going to have a do-it-yourself for content strategies. This always helps in SEO value. You can add a little bit more localized content to your page, things that may be specific to just your location, or maybe articles that you found that you really find are influential to your business. And so this is a great way to find out how to do it yourself on posting content.
If any of you are interested in joining in on these webinars, we are going to be providing an updated calendar every single month. We're really excited to be able to offer you this type of resource that allows us to share a lot more data and a lot more comprehensive approach at how to tackle these online presences and social media and marketing up-to-date tips and tricks. So if any of you are interested in completing one of these webinars with us, please let us know. We can help you complete that registration. In the future, you'll be able to check out this calendar within your resource center, which I know Danielle is going to address in just a minute.
Thank you, Julia. And if you would like, this is also in your resource center. It's a recap every single month. We upload it to that resource center of the content that we have posted to your page. It just gives you a better look. If you're too busy to go onto those sites, you know, we all understand business comes first. And so if you are too busy to go onto those sites, we have it right there in that resource center where you can look at the posts that have been created for Wednesdays and Fridays and just go over them, take a quick look on like the types of subjects or categories that we're posting about, different links that we have in there. And so you can go over all of that information right there in that resource center. So just going to that resource center, this is an all-access 24/7 resource center. I will be sending you the login information for this if you don't already have it. There'll be a quick poll at the end where you can let us know. And this resource center will have great how-tos. So like I said, how to post to Facebook, how to post content, how to increase your SEO value. This will all be on there. You could also ask questions to this resource center. There'll be a help desk, but there'll also be frequently asked questions. We also will have all of the recorded webinars on there for you. So if you want to go back and listen to one of them, you forgot something and you thought it might be important on one of the webinars, you can go back and listen to that. We will also have that specialties and all webinar signups through here as well too. So if you feel like you want a staff training, you want someone specifically on your staff, an installer or the whole full staff to go listen to one of these webinars, you can sign them all up in that resource center. And at this time, we are coming to the end, and I think Julia has a couple questions for you. She's going to wrap it up, and she can take it from here.
Of course. Thanks so much, Danielle, for speaking about all of that information during this call today. I'm sure our listeners also appreciated it. At this time, I do have a few questions for our audience members. We really do appreciate you hopping on our call today. We have our contact information up on the screen. If any of you have any questions or concerns that you'd like to address personally, please feel free to give us a reach out. We love hearing from our clients and getting that feedback. It definitely helps us. We want to try and grow and provide our best possible services to our customers, so please let us know if that's something you'd be interested in. At this time, I do have a few questions for all of you. The first question that I'd like to ask is, how have you been feeling about your content posts that you're receiving? If you love them, that's awesome. If the content isn't meeting expectations, please let us know, as that is feedback that we can pass back along to the corporate end and work with them to design better feedback in the future. So if you do have a chance to answer this question, please feel free to answer it. I will give everyone a little bit of time here to make sure that everyone has an opportunity before moving forward. It looks like almost everyone has had a chance to answer. I'm going to go ahead and move forward. Maybe I'll give the last few people a few more seconds here, but I think it's about time. Okay, great. So in that case, the next question that I did want to ask all of you today is, have you actually been handing out those cards? If you haven't and you've been emailing out the link instead, you can feel free to answer yes to this question. That's totally fine with me. If not, if you'd like to have a little bit more of a refresher on how to hand out those cards, let us know. We're more than happy to have another little one-on-one webinar, make sure that you're aware of those kickoff recommendations. But we do appreciate hearing about the process and how you've implemented it into your day-to-day. Again, I am going to try and give everyone an opportunity to answer this question. I'll wait a few more minutes here. It looks like we're only waiting on the last few people, in which case I will move forward. Alrighty, the next question that I wanted to ask everyone today is, are you interested in conducting a staff training call? Whether you have contract employees, full-time, part-time, we want to make sure that we are giving you this resource. We can organize them around your schedule. We want to make sure that you have an opportunity to join in. We can also send a recorded version of this call, or you can access this call within your resource center and share that video with them. Give them a little bit of homework to watch the video. They'll be able to understand those resources and recommendations. For those of you that are not interested, we will not be following up afterwards. If you are interested, please let us know, and we can follow up with you to make sure we're scheduling that time to speak. Looks like just about everyone answered that question. Moving forward, the last question that I have for all of you today is, do you need to reorder collateral? There is a reorder form located within your personalized resource center. As Danielle mentioned earlier, we will be following up with you all after this call today. We will be sending over an email with the login information necessary to access that resource center and all of those amazing resources within it. So you will be able to access that. Looks like just about everyone's answered this question about reordering collateral. I'll give everybody just a few more seconds here to have an opportunity to answer it. At that point, we will be at the end of our call. Thank you so much again to all of you who joined in today. We really appreciate your attendance and love having you on board. Congratulations again to all of you for participating and taking control of your online reputation and working to better it. If any of you have any questions, you can ask them of us directly by inputting them into the questions section of your GoToWebinar sidebar. If you have a good question, we will share it with the group. We can address it as a large so that everyone has an opportunity to hear it. If not, that's totally fine. You are more than welcome to close the meeting at any time. We will be ending it if we do not receive a question within the next few minutes. Thank you again to all of you for joining on today. We're excited to have you join us on our upcoming webinars. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or concerns. Thanks so much and have a great rest of your Friday, and enjoy National Donut Day. Someone just had a question about the resource center and where is it located. This is a personalized resource center coming from ProcessPeek and FranConnect. After our call today, we will be sending you the website address and the login information necessary to access that resource center. So for those of you who have not yet received your login information or the access to that resource center, you will be getting it after the call today. We will be following up with you and making sure that you have the ability to log on and access that question. So thank you so much for that question. We do appreciate it. We hope everyone was benefited from hearing the answer. We will be following up again after this call today to make sure that you have access to the Resource Center. And it is a personalized Resource Center for you from ProcessPeek and FranConnect.